Hey, duck. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Alright. Uh, yeah, so I'm gonna go over. Excuse me. I'm gonna go over this ARG really quick. I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's gonna be something that potentially a lot of people are gonna start to check out because it's done a lot of things right very quickly going into this or looking at it. And so things are just starting basically. So hopefully people will find this interesting and find themselves interested and take part in it. Uh, there are minor spooks, I guess. It's not really spooky, but there are things with implied death and stuff like that. So if that's not something you're interested in, then you could probably skip over this. I will say that pretty much everything, at least so far, is being implied as bad things happening to people. And they really show stuff. But in case you're worried about it, yeah, that's just a forewarning, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead and show. So this is the original post that I came across about the ARG. As you can see, this was 6 days ago. So it's talking about SOMN, the Society of Onirology and Mediated Neurology, multimedia ARG. We're gonna assume, so this is a new group of, I guess, ARG or transmedia creators going by VTI Studios. This seems to be their first major project, which is very cool. And they basically just did some advertising on the ARG subreddit. But this is what I came across. Basically, as it says, they're studying REM, brain functionality during REM or REM sleep. Oniriology basically is this to do with dreams. It's all dreams related. So, what is it? SOM is also having to do with dreams. More, the full word would be somnambulism, which is the state of dream walking. Which I only know because there was a book I read, I think it was in college, called The Somnambulist. And that's where I came across that word. So that was kind of cool to. You don't see that word used too often, I don't think. So medicine that can enhance your sleep experience and machine that can create digital visualizations of someone's dream while they sleep. So very neurology network vibes. So that maybe people get interested because of that as well. I will say that right now I don't have any reason to think that has anything to do with dispatches and stuff like that. So we'll just quell that. Uh, we'll destroy that hope right at the beginning. Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with like an AMC show or something like that. So don't get your hopes up for that. So they've opened a retreat which uses cutting edge technology and treatments and blah blah blah. Let's just actually go and check out the website. So at the bottom, the studio is pretty cool. They're actually saying right from the beginning that it's hey, Yamina. They're saying at the beginning that this is a work of fiction, all that sort of stuff. Actually, if we go into it, when we want to look at like their mailing address, it actually takes us to their website and is stopping people from basically going too deep, trying to like go to physical locations and things like that. They actually have guidelines that they recommend that you follow, just so you don't do anything that would potentially dox yourself or put you in harm's way in some manner. So I think that's pretty neat. Because, yeah, sometimes with these sorts of games and stuff, people can have issues knowing knowing how far they should go and how they should interact with the medium. So that's kind of cool to come across. I haven't seen that before. So this is the website, SOM. For anyone interested, this is running off of Wix. I don't know if that matters to anyone, but just a fun little Easter egg. Not Easter egg, just a little extra information. So talking about dreams, making your dreams a reality. There's a community, so you can actually sign up or create a login to become a member. You don't have to do this. Actually, going forward, there'll be some other ways you can look at some of the stuff, but the actual they have a forum that they've created, and that's available to everyone. The only thing that you would get specifically for signing up would be being able to actually make posts in that forum and seeing other members of the organization, this fictional organization, which we might look at a bit. Anyways, so they've provided community so you can talk to each other. Trying to basically, as is common with this sort of stuff, see, I guess, I don't know what you call it, open up the brain, essentially, look at the brain, specifically of sleeping. So they have these retreats which people can join to sort of awaken themselves potentially. And SOM is using technology as well as I think they're also using drugs and stuff like that too, just to open up the mind. So a lot of the same things we've as part of VBS have kind of come across. So let's start getting into the nitty gritty. You need it now. Hey Yankee, thanks for following. Yankee, I think you'll like this. I think you'll like this ARG. I think it's definitely worth checking out. So this is talking about it. Our society is dedicated to exploring. I'm gonna really recommend people. I'm just gonna do a quick overview of everything just to get people caught up. I recommend just reading over everything. I'll go over some of the hidden things. The more sharp-eyed of you will already notice probably something is weird with this page right now. So yeah, just talking about like what they want to do, why they're interested in dreams, exploring how to explore those and all that sort of stuff. So pretty much right away, if you didn't notice, if you look at this page, some of these words are highlighted very strangely. If you take note of each of those individual letters, I'm sorry, the letters are shaded worded. If you look at all of those, you'll end up with the phrase, "We are the Harbingers," which is, I don't know, that's spooky. That's not normal. As that is about it for this page. Next page. So this is an active game right now. So things have actually happened. This isn't how it originally looked before. You'll notice that this is strange. There actually used to be a person here. Their name was it Mackenzie Hale? And we'll go over why she's gone right now. But before then, we could see there's a little spook right here. She was pictured. I have the old picture for this, which I could show you. But here is a list of the team, the founders and executive directors. We'll go kind of a bit more into a couple of these people, or a few of these people. So you can see some pictures. 3 of these are basically stock photos, but these 2 in particular actually have pictures of some of the founders, specifically Jared, Scott, and the removed Mackenzie, which you could see here. Yeah, it's not fun. So, what you'll want to notice or pay attention to are these emails. I have not emailed or sent emails to these people yet. But that might be something I'll try in the future, just to see if maybe we could talk to player or characters. The other thing you'll want to notice are that you could zoom into these pictures, and let's actually look at this picture. Let's actually look at this picture specifically, because you can actually get a lot of detail from these pictures. So there's things like it's like holidays and stuff. There's some things on sticky notes. We can actually see a calendar. I think people thought this said it was resty, or maybe resting. This has maybe possibly a bit of story significance. So you'll want to, you could look through all this and stuff. What you're going to end up looking at specifically is there is a little sticky note, and it comes out to light the way with different characters and stuff like that, because that looks like a password. So we'll come to that later. Rest of these pictures are stock images. This one I thought might not be a stock image because they have this really cool tattoo. But that's just just how the stock image is. Go figure. Basically, right now, as far as I'm aware, Scott Bailey hasn't really come into the picture. Laura Webb is probably going to be important, as is Jared Adams, and I don't know what's going to happen with Mackenzie. Let's go to news. You're free to read all of these. This gives a lot of story and stuff if that's something you're interested in. I will say that specifically, this is interesting. Laura Webb was introduced to the team. She is a neuroscientist from a neuroscience institute, and she's going to be providing help to their team. But we'll come back to that later. Membership. Here you can become a member. You can apply and get this form. You don't actually need to sign this or anything. you can't send it to anyone because, as we saw before, we don't have a mailing address to send to. But it's just a cool little thing. You could sort of see what their areas of interest are, which is lucid dreaming, dream analysis, sleep science, mindfulness, meditation, spiritual awakening. 50 annually. That's actually not too bad. Confirm. Yeah. So just a little bit of world building, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. If we're looking at this from like an outside perspective. Here's the community page. So these are most of these are real people. Oh wait. No, this is not. Okay, yeah. So we can see this. I'm pretty sure was. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this used to be Mackenzie's profile. People have badges that they're part of the game, which is nice. So people of interest. It was a strictly controlled extension. Actually, no, it isn't. Anyone could kind of get. Anyone could get the org extension. Technically, the VBS has the org extension. It just mostly there might be more costs associated with it or something like that, but pretty much anyone can get the org extension. It's just there more to help users understand like what they're looking at. With org being like for organizations, excuse me, and com for more like commercial business type websites and stuff like that. Yeah, so most of these are posts by actual people. Someone mentioned the Reddit. This was something that was a flyer post on the Reddit talking about the retreat. There's this eye symbol, which will be, well, not important, but it shows up a bunch. It's probably the, what do you call it? The symbol of the secret organization, which, if you're not catching on to by now, there's there's a secret organization doing screwy stuff. So let's keep on my goes. So this used to be the Mackenzie profile, or this used to be posted by Mackenzie before she was expunged. Talking about that something's going on, telling people not to sign up. Yeah, basically trying to warn people that she feels bad that she's a part of this, trying to warn people, and then she got expunged because of it. Yeah, so a lot of there's some other stuff going on too that we'll kind of go into because people made connections between this and something else. And then finally, there's the contact us page. This location is exactly the center of Nashville, Tennessee on Google Maps. All of this whole organization, even within the lore, takes place in Tennessee. And they actually go to like different places within Tennessee. So let's go back. There's a few things I missed. So let's look at the sleep retreat. This tells you basically what will happen within the retreat. There's different ways to book and stuff. Is it this one? Yeah. So if you highlight over this, you'll notice that there's this weird language or font So I should zoom in for you guys anyway, so you can see better. If you copy this, you'll get some letters. You'll get Garbly which you can actually throw into a Caesar cipher, and you get the phrase Onira awaits, which is Onira, basically having to do with dreams, but it just has more, I guess, religious connotations to it. Fun fact, this font is referred to as Oniric, an Oniric font. So this will possibly the language of that particular group, or at least the lettering that they use within that particular group. I could book. These are, yeah, different ways you can retreat. You can book. These are all going to be the same within each other, except the accommodation type is going to change. Yeah, so yoga, sound baths, light therapy, massage therapy, SOMN, sleep therapy, sleep hygiene workshops, projection workshops, group meditation, spiritual culture, coaching, nature walks, more sleep therapy, and dream analysis. So those are all the same amongst them. I think. Oh, sorry, I'll leave it like this. So that is. Okay, that's about half the hidden stuff. So we'll go back. So we have the password. We have an email. This is Adam's email. We're going to assume that this was his desk and that he doesn't know about... what is it? He doesn't know how to protect himself in his... doing things you should not do. Having your password. So we can actually log into this account. You can do things. Don't do things. If you sign into this, be cool. What is neat about this is that we could, so you can sign up for this website. You'll get access to this members page. You won't get access to this members resources. It'll tell you that you don't have permissions. But with this account, we do have permissions. So we'll go ahead and check that out. Here's the symbol again. This one, it's hard to tell. So here's the words again, or the Oniric language again. That comes out too. We will spread his light together. This one, I'm not sure how it was solved. This is just a series of dots. It comes out to, he is the architect, we are his harbingers. So that's fun. So these are gatherings. These are like the different locations like they all went to. These are all in Tennessee. They're just different towns and such. I haven't mapped that out. Maybe that'll end up being something. Resources, it's interesting. So this goes really into like the lore aspect. So you can actually, for each month, starting at, 2021, you could see people who have partaken in the retreat. And we see 3 different, we see, 5 different things, 6 different things. We see their name, when they arrived, when they departed, when they were awakened, and whether they entered a fugue. I say entered a fugue. For people who don't know, a fugue state is sort of a state where someone isn't really themselves. They sort of forget who they are, and stuff like that. So awakened, we don't know what awakened is yet. Expunged, as we saw, it doesn't seem like it's good to be expunged. So you could go ahead and look through all of these. I actually compiled it all together. Is this showing anything that I don't want to show? No. Yeah, okay, whatever. Eh. 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 Okay, whatever, good enough. So this is... Yeah, so this is a... let's sort by a list. This is a list of every single attendant from August 2021 to April 2023. Basically was able to take all the PDFs and extract the data from them. So there'll be some interesting things. The first interesting thing is that Laura Webb we talked or saw that was part of was a director and specifically helping with research. They actually took part in this, and they awakened and they also entered a fugue state. They were at the retreat for 7 days. It's interesting. There's some other people that show up. If we go back to the home, what is it? Yeah, Jeff Hatfield also shows up in this. The other two don't, at least when I checked. But you can see that he awakened but he didn't enter a fugue state. So there's just a lot of information. If we go up, basically there was, between these months, about 339 people took place. 130 of them awakened. 61 of those people entered a fugue state. And then the fun part, 209 people have been expunged. So that's cool. So yeah, so people have noticed some connections with things. This is where I think things start to get interesting, even more so. So for a while, about a month now, on the ARG subreddit, there's been a user going by the name of Stolen Echoes. And they've been posting cryptic things. Yes, it's almost a month ago. People have been solving their puzzles. You're welcome to. I don't. I don't want to, especially because people have already solved these. Just talking about basically other realms and stuff like that. There's a few things that are interesting. So there's the hidden stuff. Stuff about prisms, things like that, like other gods. This gives like weird audio, which if you should sort of recognize. That is, if you do that in a spectrogram, you get like this weird face, which I could probably clean up a bit, but that's fine for now. You can see a face and something in the background. This is the really interesting one. So if you could sort of see that there's this picture that looks to be a Reddit post. This is, am I the asshole for slandering my ex-ish wife's job? So you can actually you can attempt to look this up. What is it? Alright, asshole, for slandering my ex-ish. Just do that. That should be good enough. This was a real post. This was posted 9 days ago. Dapper Hunter, or Dapper Hunt. Unfortunately, these are removed probably because they didn't talk to moderator team, stuff like that. You know, otherwise people would think person's kind of being weird in real life. But where is it? Let's see if we can find it really quick. Is it this? No. That is something else. That is something else. There you go. So someone had the foresight to actually take a photograph, or not a photograph, a screenshot of of the post. So we'll go over it. Gotta be honest, whole situation feeling lost, happening married. Around my knife, around a year and a half, my wife, a super smart neuroscientist, got really into sleep, went to a retreat in Tennessee, over the moon, tried to revolutionize stuff when she came back. As we know, Laura Webb entered a fugue state. So we sort of get insight into what that's like. So when she came back, everything changed, and I mean everything. First, she stopped saying "I love you," a spirit thing, but she cut it off. She got into meditating. She treated him like he was nothing, barely looks at him, doesn't know he existed. He, of course, blames the retreat, but he doesn't know what went on there. And basically, he was like, maybe we should divorce. And she's like, okay. And then she just, like, sent the papers, left. So, yeah, this is interesting that this was posted. That, of course, that person was Laura Webb, who we saw is now a director. So this one was just posted. I think that was a picture I accidentally showed. And though the form, there's like hidden words, and though the form be familiar, we know not the being within the vision. If you highlight things, you can actually see the words and stuff like that. Weird stuff going on. So now we have this website. We have a connected account. We know Laura Webb is important. Something happened to Mackenzie Hale, who got expunged. And as you can see, it doesn't seem like expungement is a good thing. This picture, if you modify it, you get this. You get the symbol, and it just says expunged. Expunged. Here is, for people interested, here is what the picture looked like before. And yeah, now there's like weird, like, applied blood, just gotten rid of, all that sort of stuff. Oops, I already had this. So, I think that's about it for the website, and that there's some other connections we can make, which technically I don't know how we're supposed to get to those quite yet, but we can. Let's sort of get into it. So if we go to the Instagram specifically, you know, this is for the VTI studios. You'll notice that they're following one person. I'll have to open this on a different browser. If you check to see who they're following one person. That happens to be this guy, Sleepwalker, 1104. These pictures different? Nah, okay. So everything looks about normal. Nothing crazy. They were in Hawaii. It looks like they go to a bunch of other locations and stuff like that. This video is interesting though.
Hey guys, making a quick update real quick. We're going on a sleep retreat. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be going to the SOMN sleep retreat. Yeah, never really heard about it, but it's got some really cool stuff in store for me. I'm going to be out of the Nashville area for a little bit, but that's all right. Things are getting a little crazy down here anyways. We all know that. So we're going to have some fun. I'm going to make a little update on how all this went, so look forward to that. But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Okay. And then you saw at the beginning he had a
Hey
SOM
guys.
SOM flyer that he was holding. So sorry. This was 6 days ago when he went. The average time that a person is at the retreat after they go through and are recovering is 7 days. So potentially tomorrow something might happen. The longest a person had to be at recovering was 13 days. The shortest was 4. Or I'm sorry, 3, I think. So, yeah, I think this is something worth. He's worth following because more stuff might happen. And again, like I said, this is actively changing because this was not like this yesterday. Did anyone go more than once? I don't think so. Let's. Yeah, no. If you do the same thing that I did, which is to pull the PDFs, grab them all and put them into an Excel sheet, there are repeats because sometimes when they arrive and when they leave goes from 1 month into the other. So there were some repeats, but they're all it's all the same. Basically, anyone who was expunged, they neither awakened or entered a fugue state. I'm pretty sure there's incidents where a person. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, everyone. So only 130 people awakened. Of those awakened, so if you awaken, you either enter a fugue state or you don't enter a fugue state. If you don't awaken, you get expunged. Because basically, I guess the implication is you know too much. Yeah, because everyone who's expunged neither awakened nor entered a fugue state. But yeah, no one's gone back. Basically, it seems like either you get it or you are removed. I think that's about all we know for now. Let me just check my notes really quick. Yeah, so I think that's about it. I think it's worth checking out. If it seems like it'll be an interesting story. I think it'll be interesting to see if we can actually talk to these characters. You'll notice there's this chat at the bottom right. At least right now, you can't really say anything. It's just the bot that responds to you. I'll give you like the information and stuff about the organization. But yeah, I'll be. I want to see what it's going to be like interacting with characters. That's what I am looking forward to with this ARG. Yeah, so there's a lot of pieces in place right now. We're pretty much right at the beginning, although you could argue that the Stolen Echoes, that was so it started like a month ago. But now that we have this website and things are actively happening to characters, there's a lot of potential for this to go somewhere interesting. So I just wanted to kind of let you all know, kind of go over all the secrets and stuff like that I came across. I might just turn this into a YouTube video, and then I'll just post like the links and stuff to some of the different accounts that you can look at. I think that's about it. You can also, there is a Discord you can join. It's in the contact page. This will take you to their official Discord. People are already starting to join. So yeah, I hope this caught your interest. If people are interested, we'll keep on exploring this, but otherwise, I'll just leave this for you all to explore on your own. I think it's cool, so I wanted to show it off. So short stream, but I had some free time. I wanted to cover this to get people interested. And if you do join the Discord, you'll probably see me on there like talking and stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's turn the music on. Yeah, so just a quick 50-minute stream. We'll hopefully do this more in the future. It will be other stuff. I think because basically did this with Duck. I think we've done we were just kind of looking around. In the future, I think we're gonna do it this way, where we kind of explore whatever the trailhead is before, so you don't have to see us stumbling around for like an hour or two. I think that'll be more interesting to people. So, yeah. Well, let me know if you like this, if you want us to continue doing it. Otherwise, I will see you all later. Have a good day. Have a good Memorial Day if you have the day off. And do all that sort of stuff. So, goodbye.